So I think that I learned um, in doing a lot of clinical work. I worked in a group psychotherapy practice, and one of the therapists specialized in patients that had multiple personalities. Right? And there was a patient that came in frequently that had 10 documented personalities, and she came in looking like a completely different person depending on the person, her clothes, her manner, everything. And after a couple of years, she came in and announced that she was not multiple personalities and then remained in one personality. And I talked to the therapist and I said, how is this possible? You know, is she or isn't she? And the therapist said, who am I to judge? How can I decide? This is how she presents, and that's what I work with. And I think I take the same attitude in these sessions,
Mm.
and that's to trust what the client's giving you. And who am I to say, no, you're not manipulated. No, you're not. I mean, someone will say, here comes Jesus, right? Is Jesus really that person's guide? Michael talks about this in the books too. Maybe it's an aspect of Jesus. Maybe it's the guide presenting as Jesus. Maybe it's the Christ energy. But again, who am I to judge that for the client? So if something feels really, really off, I may challenge it, help me understand, right? Go closer in what you feel, have them explore it if it's a question mark for you. But I really honor what they're telling me. And sometimes in past life regression, anyway, sometimes in LBO, I believe some of it's metaphorical. Some
I
of it
do.
is
Mm.
meaningful and significant. And that's what's important. So my guide
Mm.
showed up in my first session as Jim Carrey in The Mask, right? And so he's got this rubber face and makes this big, and my mind's going, of course, I got the defective guide that's really retarded or something, right? No, my guide is presenting this way to tell me, lighten up. You take all of this way too seriously. And then
Mhm.
I'm in this uh, paradise-like pastoral scene of this beautiful field with flowers and waterfall and ivy. And my mind is going, oh, this is just too Hollywood. It's too cliche. And my guide goes, waves his arm, and it's a desert. I love the desert. It opens my heart. It's just magical for me. And he goes, and I'm like, what? And he goes, well, you like the desert, don't you? And so I had this pastoral scene, that desert, this goofy guide. I'm like, he said, all of this is really for your comfort. It can be anything,
Mm.
but this is something we know you love or like. And so that's how it is, right? And so I would encourage you to help the client explore what comes, but not challenge it. And then if there's something that is amiss or off, you can address it when you're doing your debrief at the end. You know, you can say, well, and I prefer to ask them before I analyze it. Well, what does that mean to you? What's your sense of why your guide appeared as Jim Carrey? Or what's your sense of why it changed from pastoral to desert? And they'll usually be able to tell you once they're out and more aware, right? They'll fill in the details for you. And then if they really don't know, then I might offer some possibilities. And I'm really careful with that because I don't want to impose or project my view on their experience, right? But I have a lot of experience, so I'll share, well, sometimes my sense is that, and I'll offer it that way. But first, I get from them what their sense or understanding of it is.